Greetings. Welcome back. Yeah, so this one was a bit of a learning experience here. Even after doing so many of these runs with no issue, you get a little too comfortable and suddenly the game starts throwing curveballs at you. Yeah, I didn't expect any of this, right? So for starters, of course, the same ships as usual, two brawlers and a vengeance ship. And yeah, you know that filler sector that I said was like guaranteed to spawn with the Colossus and a bunch of Sentinels and Guardians? You know, the sector that I used to get my vengeance shipped into position with its hull. Apparently, that is not a guaranteed spawn. Apparently, it can just spawn with a single Sentinel for no reason. And of course, this level 8 planet spawning with a couple of guardians as well. I'm not too sure what the game was doing here, but it was just weird enough to throw me off at the start. So yeah, I decided to use this sector because it was in range of my teleport, and also I figured maybe if I got hit with a stray bomber rocket, it might make up for the fact that there's no Colossus here to lower my hull. So yeah, I tried to do that, and then I teleported on here. This was in range. I had to move closer to get to one of these two. I decided to go for this one mainly because it was on the same side of the star. I mean, that's about it, really. Watching these or this ship, make sure that it doesn't randomly die. So yeah, but because of this whole start here, I was way more focused on this ship than usual because normally I would throw it into the Colossus sector and then just forget about it and then bring it up here to hit the destroyers, right? But I was trying to lower my health a bit more. See, I was at 5,600 health, almost 5,700 health or hull, and the way I do this, of weapon amplifier 12 is 3.2 times damage, right? The destroyers hit for 1,000 damage, so thus they'll hit for 3,200 damage. So I try to get my hull to between 5,200 and 3,200, you know, because if you go too low, they'll just one shot you outright. And I couldn't quite get that with this sector, so I was trying to finagle my battleship in a way that I could get hit with splash damage by being right next to the bomber, right? However, I was also trying to move these brawlers around to actually kill the storms. Now, one thing I could try is just kill them with a suspend instead of saving the suspend for when there's just a bunch of guardians and Colossus and the Phoenix, you know, because they're all low damage Serbs, right? I could try saving suspend for these guys and just let the guardians deal full damage and whatnot. I'll have to try that, but yeah. So feeling horribly to do this to get that. I just managed to just kill that. A ray of hope when this interceptor walked by me again, but it still wasn't quite enough to get me low enough, right? And the guardians had spawned. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can pick up on the video, but I have auto brightness. Apologies. Um, but yeah, so I couldn't quite do that. But luckily, these destroyers had spawned in a very good position for me. So I decided to just, just take a second to check on the brawlers, right? Uh, so this brawler, I decided to just EMP this lot, right? And this one looked like it was okay for the time being. I had time to spare. I could use EMP to, kill the, oh god, what's it called? The storm when the Phoenix shield pops up. So, like, okay, that should be fine. So I went over here. I tried something new, though. Because I didn't have the hull, I decided to just let one pulse hit me for normal damage. Right? That lowers my health low enough to use Amplifier to hit me for a second pulse. It's very risky, because as you can see, if I would have killed this destroyer, its vengeance would have killed me, although it looks like I would have been just out of range of that, but no, I got my vengeance off just in time. So yeah, I did that. I teleported onto that bomber. A bad time though, because if that bomber would have hit me in the face with rockets, I would have killed this ship. But oh well. Actually, no, it has alpha shield, right? So I teleported back and I checked back on the brawlers, and I was confused. I was like, why do all these brawlers have both brawlers have no shield? So yeah. Also, I got hit by that rocket. I thought I was in range to neutralize it, so I moved this one first, and then I got hit with the rocket here. Panic EMP because I thought there was like more. I don't know why I did the EMP. It was pure shock. So yeah, I did that, and then I didn't see how low that Phoenix was, so I got hit with all those sentinels without suspend. So yeah, I was a bit flustered at this point, understandably. So yeah. So I saw the time. I was like, well, I have time to recuperate here. Going to let these ships kill the repair drone I can repair. This bomber was distracted with this ship, so I didn't have to worry. Knock out this sector. Start getting the civilian ships in. I don't know why this Sentinel is here, making things more difficult than it has to be. It's a 1,000 IQ play there, game. All right. To spend a teleport to get back there just to get the civilian ships in. Let them civilize the star, as it were. Yeah. So that was a strange turn of events, but while not ideal, still a decent position. Got some time. The artifacts on these two planets were like bad, so I could spend them for Red Star extension with no penalty there. So oh yeah, that's right. I jumped on the bomber just to start knocking it out. Interceptor spawned, but it was out of the range of the planet, so I didn't have to worry about it too much. So this right here, I wanted to get this ship healed up, right? So I wasn't too sure how I was going to do that, but as you can see, I didn't see this Phoenix moving. So the plan was to jump onto here, EMP the storm and its dart barrage just to get the rest of this shield down, right? And then launch a repair drone at the Guardians and Colossus because they can easily take care of that. But had I known, or had I waited just a few seconds, I would have noticed that the Phoenix had started moving towards this ship over here. So I could have just waited for both to be right on top of this Guardian and just EMP all 6 ships, but that didn't happen. It's okay. So I just landed there anyway and did that. They took care of the repair drone. Throw up suspend for the sentinels that pop out. Jumped on these two. Was trying to EMP their rockets because I realized I was hitting this Guardian as well as these two bombers. So I was trying to EMP the rockets as they come out, but I was a little too early. So I was like, well, when Andreas gives you lemons, make lemonade. I guess that's a good motto for this entire star, really. So yeah, I let them kill the repair drone with the neutralized damage. And while that was happening, got to move the civilian ships around. This was a bit risky here. I let both brawlers just start clearing out some space. I could have done this after the fact. I don't know why I did it now. But I left these civilians, these transports, just defenseless. And of course, I could teleport back if an interceptor started spawning there, but you know, yeah, I realized the error of my ways, so I sent the ship back there. So I jumped over here onto the bomber. Actually, no, it was just a filler sector, just to clear out some space, and plenty of sentinels in range of me over here, so I could easily use amplifier and not worry about these stormers one-shotting me. Got a nice clean vengeance there. Took out the storm on my way out. And yeah, so I was pretty comfortable at this point, had plenty of time to do things. My loading strategy still needs work. I get so flabbergasted and bamboozled and whatnot to actually load correctly. So yeah, I was doing that for a while, letting this over here just sort of marinate, let my shields come back and whatnot. So yeah, doing all that business. So I started with this one because the signals were in range. Had to get the miners in play. Move this ship before the rockets hit me over here. Okay, phone, calm down with the touch screen. So yeah, let that happen. Move on the bomber. Get the other brawler to get the other bomber, because I kind of forgot that there was two bombers over here. EMP, just so EMP will buy me some time so I can focus on other things. So yeah, and because these two bombers were distracted, I was like, well, I guess I can move over here. And yeah, pretty smooth. Of course, interceptor spawns. I swear these interceptors, they are targeted on your civilian ships, because every time I move a civilian ship, there's an interceptor spawn right next to it. Not a good time. But yeah, no, that was pretty much it. That was definitely a close call. I had a couple of close calls. Getting hit with rockets point blank. Having no hull in the brawlers. Yeah, but you know, as anything, you can always bounce back. Excuse me, and come out with a victory. You just gotta, you know, find a way, or just have a high level of red star extension to give you enough time to just do anything. Yeah, it could just be that, but no, that's it. That's all. Good clear, rough start, but clean, smooth end. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you around. Goodbye.